All right, everybody. Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Late for the Party on Spotify. I am your host, Harry Labrea, a.k.a. Coverboy, the Modern Marvel. That's right, you guys. We're going to get into an In My Mind segment tonight. It's going to be a continuation of the whole thing that's been going on with Katt Williams and whatnot, but then we're going to be talking about Dave Chappelle chiming in. But before we do that, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and support the podcast. Thank you guys for listening. Tell a friend, tell a foe, let everybody know that this is Late for the Party and this is how we go. So, also check out the Late for the Party merch. The link will be in the description. Once I upload everything to my social media, you can follow me on my link tree. You can see everything from my TikToks to Instagram, everything. So, alright, y'all, let's cut to the chase because honestly, this shit has been getting to me for a cool minute now. So, now let's get to it. So, after the ether or I'd say like the pipe bomb that freaking dropping rain and fire on Shannon Sharpe's club Shae, Katt Williams has been the talk of the town for the last couple of weeks. And even for me, it's like there's never a dull moment that I can go back and listen to the podcast, because deep down, honestly, hearing the podcast and hearing everything on Club Shae from that interview alone, he sounds genuine as fuck. So I'm not even going to cap. And for anybody pretty much anybody that he came literally off with their head, for all the people that might have said something negative, like, you know, read anybody who, from Ricky Smiley, Faison, what is his last name, Love? I don't even know, but Big Worm, fucking Cedric, you know, obviously, Steve, all of it, obviously that these dudes have said things that were false, and all Katt Williams said, all he did was just basically brought receipts for everything that was against what these gentlemen have said about anything about him or about situations that he was around or involved in. You know, and honestly, I feel deep down, what's wrong with that? I mean, shit, if you're gonna sit there, if people are gonna go out there spitting untruths, spitting like negative, like lies, and they're sitting there, and those people sitting there stepping on people's, like, going over people's text message, literally going over people's heads and whatnot, that's a little messed up. You know, that's a little messed up, dude. I mean, I can't even be mad at Kevin. Why I keep saying Kevin Hart? Katt Williams, I keep... Oh, shit. Okay, here we go. Look. Katt Williams didn't do nothing wrong going on Club Shae, speaking truths, when honestly exposing the lies that honestly the people that were on the show of Club Shae prior to him showing up on his episode. Steve been on Club Shae 3 years ago. Ricky Smiley and Cedric the Entertainer, all three of them gentlemen were on Club Shae And all Katt Williams did was go there bringing receipts for everything that they did, everything that they were pretty much involved in. And the sad part is, of course, they're the ones who's going to sit here saying, nah, that's a lie and all that. But the problem is, he got the receipts to back it up. So how is that wrong? Everything that they done or said was wrong. And then, what makes matters even more entertaining, that since now the truth is exposed, now they're getting hit in their pocket. I'm sorry, that's a lot. I mean, that's their fault. They should have been a little bit more humble about their shit, rather than stealing people's jokes and whatnot. You don't think the internet is forever? And once people start uploading videos and everything to the internet, then it really gonna be forever. Like, you don't think that shit was gonna happen just because they were somewhat on point back in the day, and when people like Katt Williams were getting into the game, while they had some kind of traction going and everything, and they're stealing people's jokes and stuff. But that's a little messed up. That's messed up on their part, not Katt Williams' part. So, but then we move up to Chappelle at a show, chiming in on the whole situation. Now, somebody was sneaky enough to bring a cell phone in the venue, because I know Dave has a tendency to make sure nobody has cell phones, and rightfully so, because, you know, when you're telling jokes or whatever, people stealing their materials and stuff like that, or, you know, taking shit out of complete context. Highly understandable. But somebody did. Somebody annoyingly brought, and then every time you heard the person who was recording, they put their hashtag or their tagline in every part of the damn video, which was annoying as fuck. But obviously Dave had some sort of thing against what Katt Williams said, because hurt people, but why is it that you're gonna mess with people's paper when we're all trying to get to a point to where we're trying to get better, make a better life? To some degree, I could have understood it, but here's a problem with that. So, in order to achieve a better life, you're going to get over on somebody, or you're going to step on somebody's neck just to get to that point, just to get over. So you're going to steal somebody's ideas. It's like somebody stealing your invention, and then they get the credit for it, and you don't. There's a lot of stories like that. Why messing with people's paper? I'm sorry. If they made that shit organically, then they wouldn't have been. If they would have made it organically and not stole people's credit, then they wouldn't be in the situation that they're in now. The airing is happening right now, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening right now. The truth is being exposed on every level whatsoever. And it's funny because people are going to do everything in their power to keep the truth from being out there. So they're obviously sending anything that they can in their power to keep the truth from being from being exposed. But see, I always said that there is a difference between truth and facts. Katt Williams has been dropping facts because facts, unlike truth, facts are undeniable. You know what I'm saying? When you have receipts to back up your statements and your claims, there's no denying that. There's no denying facts. Shit. Someone once said in a movie, if the legend becomes fact, print the legend. And so far, Katt Williams is printing out all the facts. You know? And obviously he has nothing to gain from it. I mean, if he did, he would have been benefiting from it. He could have been benefiting from all this shit a long time ago. That wouldn't have stopped him then. What would have stopped him then from doing that shit then and now? You know, he's seeing people that he knows or friends that was getting blackballed and ridiculed and not getting their shine because somebody else took over it or stepped over it or took their ideas. It's funny how the joke that Cedric stole, Katt Williams was getting help by Mark Curry, and Mark Curry was getting his stuff stolen by Steve Harvey. And Steve and Sid are tight like, you know, tighter than two butt cheeks. You know what I'm saying? And how ironic that both Katt and Mark Curry, Katt Williams and Mark Curry, both were dealing with that same scenario for two guys who are cool with each other. You know what I'm saying? They're saying it doesn't add up. Well, from what I hear, from what I've been seeing, because, I mean, if you look at the receipts of old and comparing them to then and now, how are they not telling the truth? I knew I didn't like Steve Harvey back in the day. It's a shame because I actually liked Cedric, but honestly, even back then when you're looking at some of his stuff that he was doing, he doesn't sing. How you Cedric the Entertainer when you don't sing, you don't act, and you don't dance. But then something else brought it to my attention, that line where he was talking about like where white people and black people, when they run from situations and scenarios, he did that joke before on Def Comedy Jam when he's like, you know, Keith, and then he was like, black people run like white people walk right to the trouble, but black people, they run like the moment you start running. But when he did it on freaking Kings of Comedy, of course he extended it a little bit, but he did the same joke. Now, honestly, being a comedic historian, when you write material, the thing about being a good comic is if you got good material where you don't have to be repetitive with the same joke. Now, as time progressed with social media and phones having recorders and everything, now, truth, you can't do the same joke in a different place because now it's gonna be on the internet. So now, what do? But I digress from my point. Dave Chappelle sitting here talking about like how is you gonna sit there putting people out there and it's messing up their money. That's not his fault. It's not Katt Williams' fault that they want to lie about it and the motherfuckers out here saying, wait a minute, that's not true. And then, boom, he got the receipts to back up his statement. Shit, that's not his fault. That's their fault. But here's the thing. Why are you chiming in on it when he said nothing negative about you? He actually gave you praise, but then you want to feel salty because what? You're rubbing elbows with these mugs? You know, like you're amongst these elitist type folks, and obviously you're cool with them. But it doesn't make any sense. None of this shit adds up. Even for the Kevin Hart and the Tiffany Haddish stuff. Where did these motherfuckers come from? At one point, they've been acting like they've been there the entire time Steve and Cedric has been there, or D.L. Hughley's been there. And I know I'm older than them. I gotta be older than them. Damn near, I think. They can't be older than D.L. Hughley. Shit, wait a minute, hold on, let me check something. Hold on, wait. Let me check this out real quick. Let's see. How old is Kevin Hart? He can't be older than me. I'm 43. He has to be 44. He's a year older than me. Okay? He's a year older than me. So, how you gonna sit here and be amongst these cats? Like, you know, like how you... She's the same... And Tiffany Haddish is a year older than me. I'm 43. Both these niggas is lying. It's like, how you talking about you this, that, and the third? Now, I'm not saying that it's not possible for them to be on that kind of level, but shit. When Steve and Bernie and DL did Kings of Comedy, that was in what? 1999, in the year 2000. I was just getting ready to graduate from high school. You know? The year 2000 just barely came rolling around. Tiffany and them were young as fuck around that time, unless they were really like out there doing it like that. But it's true. I ain't never heard of a Tiffany Haddish joke. When did she ever do a tour? When did she ever do anything like that? And she's getting credibility over females like Samore or fucking, even Monique. And who, like, you know, these women been out there on the forefront. And now, obviously, all of a sudden, Tiffany Haddish just comes out of left field running the whole goddamn industry all of a sudden. Like, who the fuck is she? And even with Kevin Hart, it's just kind of like you're saying that you're doing all these things, or you're hearing these stories about, oh, they were here getting standing ovations at Laugh Factory or anything like that, even though how is that even possible when the only time you even heard anything about Kevin Hart, like, I didn't notice Kevin Hart was doing anything like that until I saw Seriously Funny, but I knew he was in movies, like, doing little side work, doing, like, 40-Year-Old Virgin and Scary Movie, 3 or 4? Like, he was doing stuff like that. He wasn't on even in the caliber of a top guy yet. Not like fucking, not like freaking, I don't know, not even Friday After Next, or not even Half Baked. Hell, they were already on point with shit like that. But the weird part is Dave poking his nose when he don't need to be poked. Like going in a situation where, like, even though D-Ray was sitting there, like backing up the claims for Katt Williams, was like, hey, I mean, like, these guys were out here doing that kind of shit. What if they were trying to steal that nigga's lines? And they were getting credit for, like, other people's jokes. That's fucked up. You know? And obviously it's an elitist type situation, and people taking credit, or, you know, selling your soul. I mean, even, like, I'm not going to wear a dress. And then that's another thing. So Marlon Wayne's jumping in, talking about, oh, how is it freaking... Oh, that's another thing I wanted to say before I get into that part. But it's going to lead into that. And how Dave is sitting here talking about, oh, but you can say that about what we're doing, but what about all the white boys and all that stuff? Who cares? They're doing their shit, but that's not the main focus. Why are we worried about what they're doing? If you want to talk about us being better, then maybe we should hold some accountability for the people who were stepping on people just to get over. And if you were going to take credit for something like that, it's not like they were giving big ups to the people that they got their credit from. You know, at least give their flowers for the people that they got over on. They didn't even do that. So how are you going to sit here talking about, oh, you didn't say anything about the white boy? Look, stop. Look, they got their own particular shit that they got to worry about. All right, and from what I understand, Katt Williams even said about Gary Owen didn't cross over. But then when you got folks like Cedric, Steve, Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, all these folks crossing over, now they acting all different. You know, talking about, you know, they sold their soul. They actually sold their soul just to get to that point. They crossed over. And now they acting different and acting like all high and mighty, acting like they shit don't stink. That's fucked up, y'all. There's no way in hell over that shit. And for somebody like Dave, who was always supposed to be that dude going against the grain, then you want to sit there defending the fuckers who were sitting there getting over on people just because you got a personal relationship with them? Maybe it was best for you not to say anything or get involved. You know what I'm saying? Because if your ass was never involved, why are you even chiming in on it? You know what I'm saying? If you fuck with Katt Williams and you fuck with all of them too, why even get yourself in that arena if you don't even want to be involved? Is it because you know some shit that they know? And obviously they're doing, like, you know, there's some shit that they probably got on you. I mean, you be throwing a lot of stuff in your damn comedy sketches and everything else that should be getting you in enough hot seat and trouble in general. But then, like I said before, it's like, you know, you worried about the white people doing all that. No, we need to hold ourselves accountable. Stop blaming, what they're doing. That's none of our fucking business. Katt Williams ain't worried about what they're doing because it's not affecting what we're doing. Unless if we're trying not to handle stuff for ourselves. And we got to hold ourselves accountable for what we're doing. Because they're not caring about what we're doing. But they care about the higher-ups and the powers that be are definitely trying to demasculate us by putting dresses on us. And for a lot of people who I've seen in the industry putting dress on and demasculating us black men, it doesn't look good. You know, and that's where I was going to lead up to with the whole thing with Marlon Wayans talking about what is the problem with guys wearing a dress. I wore a dress and everything. Okay, here's the difference and what's the difference between, like, you know, Robin Williams dressing up as Mrs. Doubtfire and all that stuff. Okay, let's get one thing perfectly different, square and different about that. And I'm going to bring up some ideas and topics about that. All the white counterparts who wore dresses. Tom Hanks, bosom buddies. Robin Williams, Mrs. Doubtfire, Dustin Hoffman, Tootsie, all of that stuff, right? Okay, they wore those dresses. Nothing happened in their career that we know about. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to Robin Williams. Dustin Hoffman. Not Dustin Hoffman. Was it Dustin Hoffman? No, not Dustin Hoffman. No. Fuck. Hold on. Dustin Hoffman, right? Yeah. Right? Dustin Hoffman, yeah, I'm tripping. Okay, yeah, Dustin Hoffman. Nothing happened in their careers, you know? But it's different. It's different for us. You know, when you put on a dress that either got you like in a monkey suit, they can sit here talking crap about you, sitting there trying to hold your balls trying to grab your balls at a party. That's why, to me, it's like when they want you to do some abnormal ass roles that honestly you probably wouldn't do in real life. I would have a problem with that too, being in the industry. Whatever the case may be. Or whatever that you're trying to bring about. You know? Like, yeah, I'm sorry. I honestly feel like that's doing a lot. Whatever it may be. Doing gay roles or anything like that. If it doesn't really fit whatever I'm trying to do, why would you do that? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a part of the role, but I mean, if you're wearing a dress, I mean, what does that do to your career, though? You know what I'm saying? I mean, what does that do to your career? I mean, on opposite side of on the opposite end of the spectrum. You know, I mean, a lot of people who has thus far hasn't been the same when they did. Martin Lawrence ain't been the same ever since he did do Big Mama's House. Or, you know, a lot of people. I mean, it's not the same ilk. And then also, Marlon, and you and your brother Sean, you weren't black women and white chicks. You were white women. You were dressing up as white women. Putting on white face. So, it's a little different because, one, you were controlling the narrative because that was a situation you created, and that's fine. But it's different when they're wanting, when you don't have the control of that. They didn't. It wasn't like you created that. You created that character, and you created the idea to put on that dress and dress up like as a white girl. It'd be a different tune if you were dressing up as a sister, though. It'd be very different. You'd be singing a very different tune. and then it knocks you down. They knock down your masculinity and take you down a peg. I mean, even Patrick Swayze to Wong Fu, thanks for everything, Julie Newmar. But did that really help out Wesley Snipes in his career? Yeah, he did Blade and all of that stuff, but it didn't really hold him up. Next thing you know, he got tagged with tax evasion and everything, and he ain't been the same. But he's doing stuff when he should have been on top of things even long after that. I don't know, man. It's weird out here in Tinseltown. And Katt Williams is just bringing everything to light. The truth is being exposed. Is exposed. I don't see nothing wrong with that. He said that he was going to do it. He's stating his claim. And people are getting pissy about it because those receipts that he has are actual facts. And they're doing everything in their power to knock him down a peg. Trying to get Cookie Hall or whoever the hell, trying to get him to say that, oh, he beats women. Okay, if that were the case, when he even said that he went to jail, and it's like, okay, now y'all trying to reach for straw, pulling straws, and trying to reach. Y'all reaching right now just to try to knock down the traction so it can start speaking some negative shit on him. I don't think Katt Williams would have jumped on Club Shae saying what he had to say if he knew if he had anything out there that could have fucked him up. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to draw straws. They're trying to reach stuff out of the air just so they can just see what's out there. And I'm pretty sure somebody in the Steve Harvey camp trying to pay money to people to seeing if anybody will sit there trying to bite at the bait. Like all that crap that they tried to do to Katt Williams, from Wanda Smith trying to literally put him on blast on radio and whatnot. I mean, damn. Why y'all gotta be like that for? Quit bitching. You know? Y'all trying to get over on this dude. Or you not even trying to get over on this dude. Y'all trying to sit there trying to find shit on this dude just because y'all looking bad right now. You know? And for Dave Chappelle, bruh, I'm sorry, I don't know you and like that in that aspect, but shame on you for sitting here trying to defend people who honestly got to where they are with a big ass asterisk behind it. With a huge ass question mark that where did this come from? How did this happen? You know what I'm saying? Where did all this come from? And all Katt Williams is doing is letting it be known that shit isn't true, what they're talking about. And what's wrong with that? So you just gonna let liars just go out there and fucking lie? You know what I'm saying? If they really cared about how people are and how they would perceive them, maybe, just maybe, they shouldn't have did what they did in the first fucking place. And they wouldn't be in the situation what they're in right now, losing followers, losing money, because they weren't being truthful to themselves and the people that they were stepping over on. Fuck all that. Let them catch all that heat. Either way, I'm going to get off the hook, y'all. I just wanted to do this. You got a good 36 minutes of me speaking my mind about how I feel about this whole situation. I mean, look, Katt Williams, I keep saying Kevin and Katt, but it's just very similar to niggas are both short, all of that shit. But Katt Williams, God protect his ass, because they're going to do everything in their power to try to stunt his growth now. Trying to stunt him down just because they know the shit that he just said on that podcast is definitely going to expose a lot of people for what all the actions that they've done in their past. Shit in the past will fuck up your present and mess up your future. Either way, y'all, this is the In My Mind segment on Late for the Party on Spotify. Just wanted to let y'all know. Please like, comment, share, subscribe to the podcast. You can check me out on all forms of social media. The link tree will be in the description once I upload everything to the channel. And also check out the cool Late for the Party merch. I got some new stuff getting ready to come out pretty soon. So stay tuned to everything that's about to happen with Late for the Party, you guys. Thanks for listening. And like always, you're always on time when you're late for the party.